We can label them as poison. Put them on a plate. Be like,
Perfect.
tea with teachers and poison.
I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Scanlon for a nice Valentine's edition of Tea with Teachers. Mrs. Scanlon is a math teacher here at Grafton High School.
Accurate.
And Mr. Scanlon is the athletic director here at Grafton High School.
Yes.
So they're also married, which is fun.
Some of my freshmen did not know.
Some of the freshmen think I don't have emotions.
You know, we're going to prove them wrong today. You have emotions.
I do.
What is your favorite vegetable?
Either red peppers or sweet potatoes. I like red peppers because they're tasty, and I like sweet potatoes because they're tasty.
Nice. Answer.
Brussels sprouts.
Favorite texture?
What?
Velvet.
Velvet.
Yeah. It's a mixture of like plush and soft.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know. Not like fleece, but like kind of like fleece. Like what are those really soft blankets, but they're not velvet blankets. Chalky is my least favorite texture.
In a zombie apocalypse, where would you go first?
Ooh.
I've thought about this a lot.
I have an answer, and I'm going to school you, so you go first.
I spent a lot of time on this. Down the street from our house, there's an old water station. It's brick. It's 3 stories. It's fenced in. Yeah. I think it'd be easily defensible.
Have you looked it up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I walked down there the other day.
For just for the zombie.
I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot today. This is good. I would go wherever he is. You know I'm not fending for myself. I'm not going to be able to do anything, so, you know, he's got a brick enclosure.
Me too.
Oh.
I would go where she was.
Yeah, it's a good answer. What job would you be awful at?
Ooh. Anything where I had to sell something. I'm too nice. I could not, like, if someone's like, I don't want that, I'd be like, oh, good, because you shouldn't take it. Like, this is, here, I'll give you money. I'd be awful.
Flight attendant for me. Too much stage fright, maybe. Being in front of all those people in a small.
Are you also like a teacher?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He sits in his office by himself a lot.
What were you like in high school?
Oh, we would not have gotten along in high school.
Can we describe each other in high school?
Do you want me to go? I'll do you.
So, my wife was very small. She was about 4'5".
Wow.
She was about 75 pounds, a very large head, very intelligent, carried all of her books in her backpack at all times. Attempted to play ice hockey and softball. What else? Very intelligent, very nice.
Not a whole lot of friends. Very, very not who I am now.
Yes, polar opposite.
Yeah. Kids, it gets better after high school. Everything's fine.
Gives me hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have hope. Good.
Thank you.
Mr. Scanlon was class president, only sophomore and senior years though, because you lost freshman and junior.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
thanks for bringing that up.
Can I say what your slogan was?
What was my slogan?
That you had to vote for Bubba.
Oh, yeah,
Can I tell them why?
sure.
So in 3rd grade, when he moved to Dudley, so he went to Shepherd Hill, they read a book called Bubba Goes to the Moon, and that kid was rather rotund. And one of the kids sitting on the carpet turned around and looked at Jimmy, who was also, there was more to love at that point, and said, hey, you look like that Bubba. And he was Bubba from that point on, all the way through high school. But it got him the election.
What is one thing you like to brag about yourself but never get the chance to?
I'm trying to think of like what I'm best at, and that would be puzzles. But I don't brag about that just because it's weird.
Like what kind of puzzles?
All of them.
All of them, like
Yeah.
every kind?
Number puzzles, word puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. I do a lot of puzzles.
That number Sudoku?
Yeah, but I'm over that. That's too easy at this point. I gotta get Kakuru, that's a good one. I do my squares at home. It's like paint by number, but with math. I'm making myself look real good right now.
Can you top that?
What do I like to brag about?
Oh, I know what you're best at.
Go ahead.
Go
Your
for it.
words.
Class
He
president.
can write an essay, honest to God, he can write a 10-page essay with no research, no nothing done. He can do it in 2 hours, and it will be flawless.
I would brag about how I can turn anyone off with a very long email very quickly.
It's a good talent. I like that.
Strongly worded email. It's a good talent of mine.
With the cost of college education and the number of people attending college on the rise, do you think that the value of a college degree has lost a lot of its value as a result?
I do, for sure. I think that college, like the 4-year degree, is quickly becoming the new norm. It's almost expected of people, and that a master's degree or higher is what sets you apart nowadays.
But do you think that's causing a lot of problems, especially with like debt?
I think kids are significantly undereducated when it comes to how much college is going to cost and how much it's going to take them to pay it back.
Yeah.
And I too, like I had no idea at 17, but I was lucky that my parents sat me down and kind of explained it and steered me the cheaper route. I think you can get a 4-year degree at a state school and be just as set as you would be at a private school, but have far less debt.
I've also thought a lot about this. I mean, I think there are a lot of pros and cons. But, you know, do the costs outweigh the benefits? College is, it's not for everybody. It's for some. I think you got to find the right value. You have to find a healthy balance, because college, you try to balance between the social aspect and what you're going to get out of it. And similar to what my wife has said, you know, you go to college with the expectation you're going to come out and get a job. But unfortunately, the dynamics are shifting in our society. So what used to be a high school diploma is the minimum, now becomes you need to have a college degree. And the new standard is to get a master's degree. And pretty soon we'll surpass that. So we're trying to spend more money, but we're not coming out and making more money. We're making the same or sometimes less. So.
And we both know, like our cousins, we both have relatives and friends who didn't go to college and are hugely successful in whatever. Like I have a cousin who's a barber. College is not the right path for everybody. It doesn't prohibit you from.
Yeah, and I don't know that the value of a college degree has gone down necessarily, but I think value of good research and making a good, sound decision to get a solid return on investment when you go to college is more important now than it ever has been.
That makes sense. Yeah, good answers. Good answers.
Yeah, we're very wise.
The deep questions really resonate.
I can tell. So I'm going to ask Mr. Scanlon a couple questions about Mrs. Scanlon. So I want to ask you, say, what's your favorite color? What's Miss Scanlon's favorite color? You would write down maybe blue, and she would also write down her favorite color, maybe blue. And then you both hold it up at the same time, and if your answers don't match, that's a problem. All right?
That's a problem. 3 strikes and you get divorced.
All right, and then we'll keep tally to see who wins. And then at the end, there's a fun bonus game as well.
Ah, love bonuses.
Bonus game.
Okay, so Mr. Scanlon, where did you and your wife first meet?
Ready? Wait.
Interesting. Care to elaborate?
So we had a teacher here, Mr. Nguyen, who has since retired. But we had a soccer game, and I was down there on the sidelines talking to him, and he said, "Here comes one of my favorite teachers, Miss Travers. She's the best." And I got really intimidated and thought, "Oh, she's not so special," and I walked away.
That's what he thought. Literally goes, I don't get it. And then I walked over and I thought, who's that person that's not, is he avoiding us? And Mr. McEwen's like, I think so, yeah. And I was like, that's odd. And then I didn't even remember that. You asked me one time when we met, and I said a hockey game, and you were like, ooh, no. Because eventually he did come over and say hello.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Mr. Scanlon, what is Miss Scanlon's favorite song?
Should I know this?
I'm going to go with the song that we connected on.
Is it going to be super corny?
This was supposed to be my question.
Yeah.
Now look who's in trouble.
I'm putting this one, but I'm going to be really mad if it's not the same one as yours. Is it long enough? Is it too long?
I don't know.
Wait, you show me first, I'll show you. No!
Well, we have to show the rest of us.
So this is the one we debated for our wedding song, and that's what I thought he meant.
And this
but that
is
is
the
the
first
first one
song
that
we
we
danced
both.
to at our wedding.
That is true.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
that's the first one we both loved. We realized we both loved that, so that was a good one.
So what's the right answer?
Neither of these two are my favorite song, but I don't know what my favorite song would be.
Okay, so no point.
What?
Oh, we're keeping score. Oh shoot, there's a competition. Okay.
This is unfair.
How long does Miss Scanlon take to get ready in the morning?
On a school day, we'll say.
Sure, on a school day.
I have it timed, so my answer is correct.
What are we counting?
I think just minutes. You should just put minutes and not an essay. But like I don't know what this is. This is ridiculous.
Is it accurate?
I'm such a twit. That's and yep, because this is the 5:30 to 6:15. That's my timing. I think he nailed it. He didn't need to go into quite as much detail, but that's
Coming
it.
over here.
Wow. What is Miss Scanlon's favorite type of weather?
Okay. Yeah, true. But snow counts.
What is Mrs. Scanlon's favorite type of chocolate?
Be more succinct. Ready? Yay! You knew me so well. What you're really doing is you're putting 3 answers down and hoping one of them matches up with
What I'm
mine.
really doing is bragging about how much I can.
What was Mrs. Scanlon's first job?
First, like official job, like have to interview and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
'Cause I feel like babysitting's always a cop out. I think you'll get this one.
Oh,
That was
wow.
Keelan's first job. My sister was the bagel shop. I put books back at the library.
That's
It
cool.
was awful.
Was that a job or was that court mandated?
No, that was a job. It was to save money for architecture camp. So, yeah, saved the money.
That's nice.
Went to architecture camp.
What is the name, or what was the name of Mrs. Scanlon's first pet? Nice. What pet was it?
She was a boxer, a dog. She was the best dog.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. My sister wanted to name her Corn, but we thought that was odd.
Okay, this is the last question. What is Mrs. Scanlon's biggest pet peeve?
There's so many. Should we wait? Of just in general, there's so many. Well, there's different categories. Like my biggest pet peeve about you. That's one thing. My biggest pet peeve about like the world. I don't know. I don't really know if it counts, but this is the thing that bothers me the most in this world. Okay, ready?
You go first.
It was nicer than saying stupid. Turn around.
Being late, being untidy.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Number 1. Guess who's always late?
So does he get the point, or
No.
doesn't get the point?
It has to match what I put down.
Very good point.
Do you know me? Yes.
Let's see how well you match what I put down.
No, but you can't just be a jerk about it. You have to be honest. How many points did you finish with?
5.
Out of?
7. What is Mr. Scanlon's least favorite food?
That is so general. I'm already calling a recount. This is ridiculous. Don't be, write down what you know the answer is. Thank you. Okay, you got it. Okay. I watched the C at the end be written.
What is Mr. Scanlon's nickname, or a nickname?
We already talked about it.
What is Mr. Scanlon's favorite time of day?
Ooh. He's not a morning person.
When was your first date?
This is going to be a snoozer. People are going to get bored watching us just wait.
She'll edit it.
Leave it.
Oh, you don't count that one.
No point for her.
What is Mr. Scanlon's favorite pizza topping? Does that count?
Bacon and potato. You pick the one specific pizza?
That doesn't count. No point.
I get half a point, Anya. Half a point. Write that down.
How does Mr. Scanlon drink his coffee?
Right? If you said black, you're lying to yourself. You left out the cinnamon.
What is Mr. Scanlon's weird talent?
All right, talent, but it's not really that weird. But it's something that you can't do.
I can whistle. I just can't whistle as well as you. That's not a weird talent.
Whistle.
Oh.
I put right easily because I'm always jealous of, again, how fast he can write.
This is the last one.
Okay.
What is Mr. Scanlon's favorite fast food restaurant?
I'm going to go with where you go the most.
Where I go the most.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
It counts as fast food. I knew as soon as you went to the second line, I had it. Yes.
Oh, I lied. It's actually out of 8 points. I just recounted.
So he only has 5 out of 8. And I have 5.5 out of 8.
Yeah. Okay, bonus round. So, state as many as you can.
Oh.
Mr. Scanlon, please state the quadratic formula, the Pythagorean theorem, slope intercept form, the formula for slope, or describe SOHCAHTOA. Any
Any of those.
and 1 point each.
Can I play 2?
No. Okay, Mrs. Scanlon, please state which Grafton sports teams made it to districts this year and a general overview of how their season was. So this has to be verbal.
I can't fit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't fit that on a dry erase board.
You can write down like what teams and then give us a brief overview.
It's going to be really bad if I put someone on here or leave someone off. Oh, districts is different than Swiggle. No, I think I'm okay. You just have a different level of intelligence.
Why? Yes, no,
You
no.
Maybe we did good. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, get 2 points.
Look how proud he is.
Did
All right,
really
so you
poorly,
asked
yeah.
him to list 5 things. So I assumed I was listing 5 teams because otherwise it wouldn't have been fair. So I'm also using that as an excuse. But I think it was boys and girls soccer, cross country, golf, and football. Is that right? They did for sure. Golf, they're always good. Cross country, they're so fast. Girls soccer did. I watched the playoffs. Boys soccer, I also watched the playoffs. Am I right?
Right?
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Scanlon got 10.5 points and Mr. Scanlon got 7 points.
You know what though? That half point doesn't count. It's just 10 to 7. Okay. Okay.
What if we round it up?
Unless we round up.
Yeah.
And then it's 11 to 7,
Yeah.
which is more fun to say.
Well, thank you for talking to me and drinking Capri Sun.
Of course, these were delightful.
Thank you very much.
Edit me so I look good.